Well, hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. You read the title right. We are taking the Tacoma back to the dealership. The parts has come in. If you guys have not been part of this saga or saw the short that I dropped the other day, along with also the forum post over on 4gtacoma.com, I will leave a link to our forum in the description. The check engine light has come back on the Tacoma, so it's going to cycle through all these things again. System malfunction, grill shutter malfunction too. So when I took this truck up to the dealership originally, they ordered apart the whole grill shutter mechanism. Picked the truck up like a week later after it did its whole 10K service and all that stuff. And the grill shutter check engine light, it was gone. So I was like, oh, they cleared it out, never came back. Guys, I don't need to install the part. They're like, we still want to install the part just in case. And weirdly, washed my truck, which is what I made the short on. Washed my truck, put a power washer very close to the front grille. Check engine light came back on for this stuff. Drove about 13 miles, light came back off. Then randomly making the 5 things I like and 5 things I dislike about this Tacoma the other day, it popped back up. And then some people in that short post as well said that their Hyundai does it, their Ford does it. There's just these active grille shutters, they're just not fun. Then we're gonna pick up the Tundra in the process because that is done at the dealership. It had its 15K service done, along with getting some new seals again up in the windows, just because they're making a little bit of noise. This truck, for it being a 4-cylinder, it gets up and goes. I would like to have the hybrid eventually one day for the Tacoma. But speaking of like foreign vehicles and stuff, Toyota with the GR86, they just announced the Pinoke edition, I believe is how you pronounce it. And they're gonna make 860 of these things in this beautiful green color. It looks super good. I wish that that green color was on a Tacoma. I think that it would look really sick. It kind of looks like Imperial Jade Mica, but it brings the question up to, should one day there be a car on this channel? Back in the day, I actually had a Supra for a little bit of the time being, a first edition, like a launch edition one. I was storing it for a buddy who didn't tell his wife about it. So we had the Supra in our garage until he did let his wife know that he actually purchased it. But anyways, and then had to sell it like immediately after to some dude in Scottsdale. But the rumors of an MR2 actually coming back are kind of circulating right now. David from Automotive Press has been talking about it. Kirk Kreifels has been talking about it too. And some of these recent renders of it, if this is actually like what the MR2 will be with a good naturally aspirated engine and stuff, I think that that would be really sick to have on the channel. All right, pulling up to the dealership. Let's see what we got. We got some Tundras. They had a bunch of Tacomas last time. Oh, we got a Ford Tremor right there. Ford F-150 Tremor on the other side of the sign. All used Fords and Dodges and a Corvette right there. But we got some old Tacomas too. Seems like they're putting a lot of stuff into their used lots, but no hybrids. We got a TRD Off-Road. It looks like, why does that TRD Off-Road have an air dam? Oh, it's a hybrid. Well, that's weird. The TRD Off-Roads have that air dam in it. I had no idea about that. Mine didn't come with an air dam. There's the Tundra, baby. Looking good. Such a good looking truck. I hate that I need/potentially want to sell it. So we're pulling on up to the service center right now. But yeah, the Tundra may be going, guys, because we are actively looking at some property in the Tampa Bay area. And if I sell the truck for what it's worth, I could get 20 grand out of it, which would actually be pretty nice. So they got their first iForce Max in, and again, like I was saying, it's a little unique because it has an air dam down here, and I don't remember the press ones having that when we were doing the drive event. But again, the hybrids have the 33-inch tires, iForce Max badge, but this one's unique, and it has a white interior on a TRD Off-Road. So I thought this was only for the sport models, but I guess it's not. So you can get different colored interiors too on the TRD Off-Roads. We got cloth seats on this one. This one is loaded up to the gills. It also has rock sliders down here too. It has the scene lights in the bed, which is pretty rad. I wish that those were out when mine came out, and the bed liner. And then it also has the ARB tow hooks back here. So it is something that Toyota is doing, like with that catalog of all the parts that you can get added onto the Tacoma. So pretty sweet to see the first iForce Max. And getting windy now, man. Look at the flag flying. Hell yeah, brother. All right, so they did do a couple things for me in addition to the 15K service. So there was an open recall on this Tundra for model year, certain vehicles, 23 to 24 Sequoias and 22 to 24 Tundras accidentally shifting into the neutral position. So they did that recall for me. And also the window seals, like I said, we were having some issues with them kind of making noise like up here as I was driving. So before we leave here, or when we leave here, I will keep an ear out to make sure if there was any issues with that. But it is nice to be in a full-size truck again. I do enjoy the Tundra for sure. Very crazy too how just similar all the stuff is on the Tundra compared to the Tacoma. They also have a couple Tacoma long beds here at Toyota Fort Walton Beach. They also have a Tundra 6-foot bed right there too. So you could ask for James or you could ask for Brian. So I mean, I really haven't bought a vehicle here in a while, but they have helped me out in the past and they're just good dudes. But I didn't see any addendums on that one Tacoma. It was filled up to the gills with aftermarket parts and stuff, and or not aftermarket parts, but just dealer added on and port added on options. But there was no ADM on it at all. I don't think that dealers are really doing ADMs anymore just because the rates are so high and there's so many trucks on the lot. It makes no sense to do an ADM because supply and demand, there's a lot of supply. But we're going at about a little bit more than 60 miles an hour because of the bigger tires. But just take a listen. And I hear a little bit coming from it. I hear more tires, but with the old window seals, this would have been just bonkers. It would have been like going, and it is a pretty windy day today too, so this is probably not the best time to be doing a wind test, right? But for the most part, I mean, hear a little bit, but it is not as bad as it was. Man, look at that truck. But got the groceries from Tienda La Mexicana, making some birria tonight. Boy, gonna be good. So kind of a just random vlog impromptu video, I guess, for you guys. But if I didn't touch on it the best in the beginning, if you guys are just joining the channel or whatnot, the Tacoma, it had that check engine light. I documented a couple of videos on it for you guys. And what I was talking about with the power washer issue is some people in the comment section of that short, I posted it on TikTok, Instagram, and also on YouTube. Some people were saying that their Tacomas kind of had the same issues, or other vehicles that they've had with active grille shutters have had the same issues, 3rd gen Tundras as well. So with the 3rd gen Tundra, as I was saying, there is a TSB for that from Toyota for a remedy for the Tundra to kind of prevent it in the future. But usually this issue with the Tacoma kind of comes on very early. Mine was at 10,000 miles and it just keeps coming on and off. So not sure if there's something loose under the grill or something, or I got too close with the power washer, which that doesn't make sense. It's a modern car, 2024, should be able to wash your own vehicle, right? So I'm just not sure what's going on, but regardless, they are fixing it. We should have it back on Monday, and I will fill you guys in. As for the Tundra, the seals, the new seals, seem to be working pretty well. We can see them right here. So they're thicker seals, but the Tundra does still have wind noise. It's just a thing with these new trucks for some reason. The wind noise with some people, they say on these trucks is just really bad. Other ones, I guess, are built a little bit better because some people don't really have that much wind noise. My truck is lifted, 37-inch tires. It sounds a lot better than it used to. So I think with the Tundra, we are officially done chasing wind noise, other issues with these seals and stuff. Aside from that, truck's pretty solid. Again, it is for sale. I know this is a bad time to be talking about trying to sell the truck, but I am selling that Tundra, so if you guys are interested, here's the email on the screen. But guys, I appreciate you all watching, and I will catch you in the next one. All right, see you later.